Alright, hey guys, back for another video, episode 4 of Posterity Craft. So in this episode, I'm going to start out by getting some blackstone for that roof. So that will require me to go to the nether to get some more, because I may not have quite enough for now. So let's, just in case, for some extra precautions, let's get some fire resistance potions and get this started. It's been today's Tuesday. It's been a bit of a stressful week so far. Got that stupid lab assignment due tomorrow night. I have this quiz I gotta leave for. I gotta leave here in like 2 hours, so I'm trying to keep this video. I'm gonna keep this video at maybe, I don't know, maybe half hour. There's a lot of times where I said it'd be half hour, but it ends up being a lot longer than that. But I set a timer on my phone, so maybe I'll actually stick to that goal. I haven't dropped any F-bombs or other bombs, so that's good. Ow. Alright. As you can see, I've definitely got some blackstone around here already for other projects in the past. So I'm going to try to take precautions even though I do have my fire resistance potion applied. Oh, it's good to take some good caution. Maybe I'll try to... I've been thinking of some other games I might consider playing, but I think I'll wait till at least once I get the barn construction finished. Really sucked so far this week. I think after I get this lab assignment done to the best of my ability, at least it'll be a little better. I mean, the idea is not going to be, easy going, but I think the stress levels will go down. The class I have with the lab assignment, there's going to be an exam next week, but I'm actually feeling okay about it. I don't think it'll be that bad. Just make sure okay, mic's on. Make sure I'm not. I'd hate to record a long video and then I look back on it and then the mic's not working. I really hate that if that happens. Ow. Damn it. Stupid. Alright, I'm gonna kill it. Kill it. Shit. No. I'll see stone. That's right. I probably placed all that a long time ago. Back probably before I had this elytra. Elytra definitely saves you time, but every form of transportation is obsolete now. So I definitely question whether it was the right addition to the game. Sorry for being quiet. Just not worth it. This school, it's hard. But yeah, after the barn, play a different game or work on the Minecraft church. But the Minecraft church, it's such a daunting task. Now that I think of it, the Empire State Building was built twice as fast as my church in Minecraft. fun fact, it only took a little over 400 days to build that. Feels like now we just keep building everything close to that. Which sucks. It's kind of different. It's kind of embarrassing and sad to know that it just seems like things were better back then. But I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. It's always good though. You should always have hope. And I do. I've hoped that things do always get better. Even if they continue to get worse for a little bit. Or even if they do get better for a bit, and then they get worse again, the overall trend means that, hey, things get better. It's never works. That is why you have a fire resistance potion. Or they don't actually need it. Just so I can fold out. I'll take you. Piece of black stone. Okay. I don't know, it's about 3.5 stacks. I want to get it as I possibly could. Just so I know for how assurance that I have enough. I'd rather get too much than so I know this will be my last time using Blackstone build. Ah, shit. It's a lot. So. Let's see about this up. All the sounds of okay. Yeah, that'll be good. There's a good area right there in case I need to get more. So, okay. Let's head back. Then when I hop into the other portal, take me back to my houses. Oh, that's right. That's part of the new update. The end just has like these purple flashes. Let's see if we can. I'm curious if it does it again. Hold on. Sorry. I may have gotten too far from the mic again. I apologize. Just noticed. Is they're gonna do it again? Oh. Yeah. That's cool, I guess. Okay. Back home. I'll put up my potions. I don't know why I switched the barrels. I don't think they're really any better than chests. Might actually be worse. Okay, I think we have what I need now. I've been really thinking hard about how I want to make this area for the church. I think just a lot of colorful buildings, because that's what I've seen on my Instagram page. It's giving me some good ideas. So let's see. Last episode was 2-3 days ago. So let okay. Now I'm confident we're gonna have enough, at least enough blackstone. We can always plant more trees if necessary. So let's we're gonna need to make a decent amount of stairs. I trained legs this morning. Went pretty well. More Baja Blast. Always hits the spot. I also experimented with using Canva to maybe make a better thumbnail because I noticed they kind of have been lacking. There's just a screenshot and some text with Microsoft Paint. So I tried to give the text this time more of a 3D shadowy effect, but it only did so much. I might try using CSS because I know with CSS there's way more text effects you can use, but I don't know how good it is at just some editing images themselves. Because obviously that stuff's for websites, but I'll experiment with it at some point when I have some more time. I don't have as many high stakes assignments, but because that's what I really have right now. That's what's really killing me. Just what's kicking my ass right now. Just so much. A lot of them just seem so pointless. Ugh. School really sucked lately. But I'm glad I got to spend some time with my fiance because it feels like ever since we got engaged, our schedules have been totally at odds with each other. So we visited for a few days. Obviously, she's not in college anymore. I'm just hoping that I can find a source of employment where she doesn't have to work if she doesn't want to, because obviously in a lot of the West right now, birth rates are problematic. They're even more in some places outside the United States. They're just straight up collapsing. Like, obviously, South Korea and Japan aren't considered Western, I don't think. They're advanced and sophisticated, very sophisticated, but, I don't think they're considered West because they're not really Christian or European descent. I think that's what kind of makes a country a Western country, in my opinion. Wait a sec. Okay, I want this here. But I know, for instance, in a place like South Korea, North Korea actually has a higher birth rate right now than South Korea. Obviously, I'd much rather reside in South Korea over North Korea, but that's a problem. The thing is, if you just view your population as nothing but interchangeable economic units, it doesn't matter even if you have the greatest sophisticated minds and all that stuff. It won't really matter because your opposition will outlive you. Something crazy to think about. I was shocked when I heard about that. North Korea's birth rates, it's not like they're super high, but it's something to consider. And obviously that's a big problem everyone's talking about. People might say, oh, we just need to, allow more immigration. You think, on paper, it sounds nice that if you allow immigration, it can help your population recover. But I think that argument is a bit flawed because one, I don't see how that allows the native population residing there to just start having more children. And when the new population, gathers there, what makes you think they're just not gonna not have any more children themselves? And I guess another problem is when you have so many cultures peoples that collide, it's just gonna eliminate cohesion and kind of a unified culture. Everyone's just gonna keep to themselves, not really interact in their respective communities, and therefore, I think birth rates would just continue to fall. And then I would say, oh, guess we better bring in more. Yeah, that's a problem we face. But I think in order, just not that long ago, you could work a pretty average job and you could provide for your family on just one income. And people say, oh, that was just a very small, rare point in history. But even if they are correct, which I don't think they are, I don't think. God damn it. I figured, if we don't get back to a point where people can just, or most people can just get by on a single income, raise their families, then birth rates are just not going to go up. I think it's simple as that. Birth rates will continue to plummet regardless if we import a lot of new people or not. So I'm just gonna get serious. That's why I just have to take school seriously and do everything I can to give my future descendants the life they deserve. I mean, sure, having a cool Minecraft world like this to inherit will be cool, but what good is that if they're just never gonna be able to afford anything? So, yeah. I know, I know that sounded like a bit of a somber topic. I apologize if it sounded a bit demoralizing, but it's an issue that we can't ignore, or at the very least, we can't pretend like it doesn't exist. So if you disagree with what I said, just leave in the comments. But I think what I said is for the most part correct and what we need to do going forward. So I think this next level here, something like this. A block in the middle and then the second staircase like up here. We'll do that for a little bit. Let's see, I got a timer, so I'll play, I don't know, like 11, 12 more minutes. Kind of a shorter episode. I get it. I wish it could be longer, but the responsibilities and obligations in life right now are really, are very high right now. Sometimes time for playing video games is at a minimum. Which I hate, I like gaming. I've always have. There's actually been some times where I just thought about just straight up quitting gaming. So I know like 2 years ago I had my computer up for sale. And that was after I hadn't played on this world for like a year. But then I started playing on this world again, and I don't know, something happened, and now I'm kind of into gaming in general again. So a lot of people like boomers and stuff have been on a 40-year crusade against video games, saying, "Oh my God, all these stupid 42-year-old men in their parents' basement." So stupid. Like the kind of people who say that have like no interest outside of watching sports. But hey, I like watching sports myself, and I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad who likes doing the same. I'm not one of those, oh, sports ball is stupid, ha ha ha, bred in circuses, ha ha. I'm not one of those people. I think a lot of sports like football are a very distinctly American tradition. And it's good to have some spaces like outside of politics and stuff. It's where people can like get together and just have a good time. That's what I like about them. So, but there are a lot of individuals that's one of the few things they take pleasure in their lives, which I think can be a bit of a problem. So I'll say that to all those anti-video game people. I remember watching. I had a big problem with just watching online gurus. I always heard that, oh my god, you're just a beta if you like video games. Just, stop gaming, stop gooning. Okay, actually, stop gooning. You should too. But it just says, oh, you gotta cut out things that make you happy in your life. I don't know. It's looking back, it was a very toxic mindset, and it left me just feeling lost. But that was before I just put my trust in Jesus, which I haven't been good at. I haven't been good at reading my Bible and praying at night. I gotta do better. So I've been reading, for at least by myself. I've been reading in the book of Jeremiah, and I just noticed I was away from my mic again. So sorry about that. But I think this roof is looking good. It's looking nice. I think the red and the black and the white. I can make some trapdoors and stuff and some other things to maybe add a little bit more detail along the walls. So I'll take that in consideration. But now we need to make many more stairs because the amount right now is just not going to be enough. It will not suffice. Being careful about my time. I am a bit worried about the quiz. It's just, you never know, like, how much or little is going to be on it. And you kind of don't know if you study the right stuff. There's also just some stuff the teacher said that, like, why the hell do I need to learn? Do I need to memorize this? Ugh. So stupid. But this is what I need to do to give my future descendants the life they deserve. I actually want to add to my country's inheritance, not just take from it. Add to this country's wonderful legacy, not just be another footnote in its demise. Which that's a tough reality you gotta face. Just having to cope with the fact that hey, you live in a country that it feels like we are in a country that's in decline and has been for a long time. But one thing that gives me hope about the future is that its decline is it's just kind of a choice. It really doesn't have to be like this. We can put a stop to it. There is hope. Never despair. Okay. I think I'll just put blocks here because, well, I'm not sure yet. Yeah, it's just, okay. Let me calm down and breathe. just need to finish the roof first, and then we'll focus on the interior, populated with animals, and then I think we'll have a pretty solid building project right here. I definitely did not make enough stairs again. Just so tired all the time. Drives me crazy. Wish I had more time for video games and just fun activities. But I don't. No, I don't. Okay. That, another part of the stairs done. See how that looks from a distance. Alright, cool, cool. This looks good. I like this. Looks solid. So eventually, as you can see, I'm placing a stair, then a block for the first couple of ones, and then I'll just do one stair each to give it more of that distinct barn look. It's hard to explain. It may not make sense, but when this thing's all said and done, it'll become a little bit more clear for you to show you what I mean by that. So make a little bit more bricks and some more. What I could do if I feel like it is later, I could just record, off camera, just do the rest of the roof, and then by the next episode, could actually do the inside, but I don't know. Feels like when I'm recording videos, this is really the only time I have to play for the whole entire day. Because I'm going to do a little bit more studying after this, and for that quiz, and then work on that lab assignment, and finally actually go take the quiz. Then I got to meet with a group for another class, work on more stuff, and then work on the lab more, and gosh, just no time for anything fun. Sucks. I guess the gym and the little time I have left to play this game. Yep. Sorry for sounding a little down today, but I have been quite stressed, so I do have my reasons for feeling this way. But I know it'll only be temporary. I can put in the work now. Can lead to a better future. That's what I must do. That's what I have to do, actually. Yep. Dang it. There we go. We're almost at that 30-minute mark. So I'm going to have to stop recording here in just a minute. So what I'll do is I will place the rest of the blocks on this level. Then after that, we're going to call it a day for now. So, as always, I appreciate everyone stopping by and watching my content. I think it's made playing Minecraft more fun. Gives me more motivation to do so. Because sometimes I definitely lack some motivation. I'll go weeks, gone months. Let's go with that. good. Alright. So that's at least some progress on this roof so far. I think this place is really, it's really starting to come together now, which I'm very, very pleased that it is. So, anyways, guys, I appreciate for everyone tuning into this slightly shorter episode. And everyone has a wonderful day. And good luck on all of your endeavors. See you next time.